Good morning. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style. Hi, Kristen.
Hey, glad to have you back.
Thanks. Hi, New Mexico. I'm back.
Yay.
It was a lot quieter probably without me here. Probably a little calmer, not all that hyperness.
A little calmer, I would say. Yeah, it's not the same without you. You know that.
Thank you. Well, you guys did an amazing job, and I'm happy to be back. And before we go any further, I want to first give a shout out this morning to all of our viewers in Durango. The magazine Outside has teamed up with the environmental nonprofit group American Rivers to find the top 10 river towns in the country. And guess what? Durango is a finalist.
I know. Durango. We were talking about that this morning. There's some good ones, but I vote for Durango. So
love them.
You could get the chance to vote. Our New Mexico Style viewers can help Durango get the title Best Outside Town in America by voting on their Facebook page. Yeah. You have until July 10th to vote, so you got some time. The winning town will be on the cover in October. So.
Oh, there it is. As you know, I went there. Leah said I had gone there earlier for the film festival earlier in the year. Oh, the General Palmer. Oh, I loved it there. It was so much fun. I have to tell you, the hot dog man was still my favorite thing about Durango. All night long, you can get any kind of hot dog you want. And the last thing I really need to be thinking about right now is food after the trip I had. But let me tell you, the food in Durango is fantastic.
Oh, yeah, everything. Yeah. I love that place. I think it's going up against, like, what, Nashville and Asheville, North Carolina, and some bigger towns, which might not be fair when it comes to the voting. So we need to get out there and do the voting to get Durango selected as the best.
Definitely. Okay, now, you know I always have these dramatic trips, like a horrible return flights, and I did not have that kind of drama this time. That part of my life was drama-free. However,
that never happens.
You know I can't enjoy a completely drama-free trip.
No.
So, I had to go to the drama in a book.
Oh, no.
Cue the soap opera music. Boom.
50 Shades of Grey. You went there.
I so went there. Oh, wait. I went there, and then I went 50 Shades Darker, and then I went 50 Shades of Green. Okay, I'm on book 2, but let me just tell you a couple things real quick. This is a phenomenon, people, okay? I don't care what New you're from. I don't care if you're from New York, New Jersey, New Mexico, or New Zealand. This is a book that takes you away. It is intriguing, and whether you are enticed and excited by various things that the book exploits a little bit, or whether you're repulsed by it, either way you're going to be intrigued. I promise you that much. Last night on the airplane, every woman, we were all reading. I'm reading my book, and the woman next to me is like, oh, okay, I could take mine out now, too, because I was reading mine, so it made it okay.
I mean, there's so many women that get involved. Or handcuffs on this one.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. I can do a whole show on this. We're going to revisit this because I want to ask people about their thoughts, for sure.
I mean, what is it? Tell me just real quick what it's about, real quick, because I know I'm sure. Is it just a lot of, is it romance?
It's basically about game playing that turns into a little more than that. Oh yeah, I'll tell you more later when we have a little more time, because that's just my little tease. Just my little tease. Yeah. In the meantime, we have to get to our news headlines, and then we'll come back to 50 Shades of Grey. But okay, well, actually, okay, I'm gonna just tell you one thing really quick because we didn't get a chance to talk about this. Okay, the thing is, there's a thing in the book that's got a contract. Okay, it's about a relationship that starts out kind of forbidden, kind of dangerous, but it leads to more, which I think is how, you know, no matter what's going on in your life, you can kind of relate to that essence of character, how things go that way. So that's all I'm going to say for now. I'm going to leave it at that. And now let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with this morning's headlines.
Oh, that is so not fair, Nikki. I know. Jeez, all right.
If it wasn't a live show and I wasn't being rushed, I promise I would talk a lot more about it.
I know. We got to move on to headlines right now. All right, welcome back. Good morning, New Mexico. We start off with information about a new wildfire that is burning in northern New Mexico. The Blanco fire, as it's being called, has destroyed about 3 homes, and a number of residents are still evacuated. The fire started along the banks of the San Juan River near Bloomfield yesterday afternoon. It's now 30% contained. So far, the fire has burned at least 125 acres. No word yet on how the fire started. Meanwhile, the Little Bear fire is 60% contained this morning. The fire has been raging here now for 10 days and has destroyed 242 homes and businesses in the Sacramento Mountains, which is just north of Ruidoso. That makes it the most destructive fire, even more destructive than the Cerro Grande fire, which destroyed 230 homes in Los Alamos back in 2000. The Little Bear fire is now 38,000 acres. This morning, the city of Albuquerque is thinking about shutting down part of the Bosque because of the fire threat. City leaders have said that the conditions are just as bad, if not worse, than this time last year. AFD Fire Chief James Breen is also recommending that the city implement stage 2 fire restrictions. That would mean no smoking or fires of any kind in the city's parks or open spaces. Is there such a thing as an internet brothel, a virtual house of prostitution? That is the question that could cause a big problem for prosecutors in the case against former UNM's president, Chris Garcia. Investigators say he ran a prostitution website called Southwest Champions. Yesterday, a grand jury was supposed to hear the case against Garcia to see if he should be charged with that, but then a judge agreed with Garcia's defense attorneys, saying that a computer, a website, and an online message board are not a physical brothel or house of prostitution, and therefore are not against the law. New Mexico.
The internet is not a brothel. You cannot participate in an act of prostitution in the internet. It simply isn't a house of prostitution.
So now Garcia's case is still up in the air. The prosecutors could appeal the judge's decision, and Garcia could be indicted on lesser charges. The city of Albuquerque thinking of cracking down on businesses that are caught selling spice or synthetic marijuana. Councilor Debbie O'Malley introduced legislation at yesterday's council meeting. She wants to be able to shut down businesses if they're caught selling the drug. The proposal gives them 3 strikes, then revokes their business license. City leaders have yet to make a decision. We'll keep you posted on that. That wraps it up for your Tuesday morning headlines. Be sure to watch Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and me every weekday morning on KRQE News 13 beginning at 4:30 a.m. All right, Kristen, Nikki, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
You look pretty in your shade of plum. We'll teach you a little more about 50 Shades of Grey later.
Yes, I'm going to go prick your brain.
Okay. All right. And later today, we should know if Orbit is the top mascot in the minor league. Last week, we told you about the contest, which started with 64 mascots across the country.
Yeah, Orbit is up against Ike the Spike of the State College Spikes, a short season affiliate of the Pittsburgh Pirates from Pennsylvania. And the voting ended yesterday, so the winner should be announced soon. I used to live in State College when I did AccuWeather, funny enough.
Is it
a fun area?
Is it a small area or big?
It's a real college town because it's right by Penn State.
Ooh,
yeah.
So it might be tough. I bet they have a lot of people voting then.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully Orbit can come out on top. Yesterday, we also told you about R.J. Berry's proposal to develop a river walk along the Rio Grande. And last night, the City Council approved an appropriation to hire a local architectural group to design the improvements along the river corridor in Albuquerque. The mayor's plan includes restaurants, retail, recreational improvements, really cool stuff. Yeah,
and the City Council also approved the mayor's recommendation to complete a 50-mile bike loop around the city, and that would connect existing bike paths right into one. What a great idea that is, huh? Especially you love riding bikes. I mean, isn't that cool?
It is. I'm excited about it. 50 miles.
Yeah.
It's a good challenge.
He's such a great guy. I mean, really, I love Mayor Berry.
The Centennial was a fantastic event.
I heard. I'm sorry I missed that.
So he did a good job with that as well.
Well, I like to hear that somebody has ideas and plans and they put them into action and they follow it through, and that's what he does. So that's nice to see. Yeah, very cool. Good for the bikers out there. Now, the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta, of course, is world famous, and now our New Mexico style viewers can play a role in naming this year's event.
That's right. The festival is most commonly known just as Balloon Fiesta, but for the past 24 years, the Fiesta has had a theme. The Balloon Fiesta staff received 48 ideas and have narrowed it down to 5. The choices are Cut to the Chase, Albuquerque by Morning, Enchanted Sunrise, It's a Matter of Altitude, and The Sky's the Limit. And viewers can vote on the Balloon Fiesta's Facebook page through Monday to pick the theme for next year.
Oh, I like them all. Which one do you like, Kristen?
Sky's the Limit.
Sky's the Limit?
That was my one.
I like the sunrise one. The
Enchanted Morning?
Enchanted Morning,
I like that one too.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah,
I like that.
very good.
Okay, here's something else that's really good. Okay, speaking of 50 Shades of Grey, getting all hot and bothered about it. But here's the thing. It's, you know better than anybody. We're in the 90s. It is hot here, right?
Very hot.
So as a girl, I mean, I think a lot of us can relate to this. I don't care what age you are. Any woman can relate to this. In the summertime when it gets really hot, you don't feel that sexy sometimes. You feel like you're sweating, you feel hot all the time, you feel sticky. So I thought of something really interesting when I was reading Cosmo on the plane again. I mean, this is what I do when I travel. This was a really cool article called Sexy Ways to Cool Off. So I'm not going to read them all, but I will tell you that these are my 2 favorites. One was fake a 5-star resort. If you have kids, okay, get the little kiddie pool, sit by the kiddie pool maybe when they're napping or something, put on a sexy swimsuit, sip an umbrella drink while you dip your feet, put some music on. It's like your own little mini vacation in the backyard, cools you off. That's a pretty good one.
That's a good one.
But here's my favorite, okay? Deep freeze your panties. For real. Yeah, listen to this.
Okay, tell me
about an hour before you get dressed, pop your panties in the freezer and then slip them on right before you walk out the door. Now, I know that you're not going to admit this to anybody, but I bet you a lot of people watching right now are going to do it.
Where is your mind?
It's not
Where is your mind?
I'm telling you, it cools you down apparently.
Okay,
not that I would know, but
all
so
I gotta
I
say
heard.
Is your mind is in some hot places right now, and it's going to be hot outside.
Is it going to be really, really hot though?
Yes, it is going to be very, very hot today. Yes. And I just have to say, by the way, 50 Shades of Grey, I was flipping through.
Yeah.
Each time I flip to a page randomly.
Yeah.
It's pretty steamy.
Steamy.
Pretty steamy.
Steamy.
Okay.